Going hot. Are we live? Okay.
We're live.
Live? All right. There you go. What is good, guys? My kid here, and my guest today is the man himself, Mr. Multi. For you guys who don't know, who have been following the shorts on both of our channels, Multi is up here in New York, guys.
This is my last day.
Today is his last day, and I was like, all right, let's do this collabo. Let's do this little
crossover event.
Crossover event to accommodate everything that we did. Guys, you can ask Multi questions about what it's been like about being here in New York.
It's been awful. I'm kidding.
I have taken him to every spot that I wanted to take him to, and we've gone to spots that he wanted to go to. So it's been a pleasure. Today I took him up to Sleepy Hollow, the famous historical town of Sleepy Hollow, and we roamed around the and looked at a lot of the graves, and even checked out Washington Irving's grave, his entire family, I think. Yeah. And went around Sleepy Hollow as much as we can. He picked up a few things there. That was the last thing we did. So where we went to, so initially the first day was just chill. And then the next day I took him down into Manhattan and we went to Midtown Comics. He went to my local comic shop and we went to the main store near Times Square. We walked around Times Square for some time being, and that was fun and things like that. We went straight up into the area of Times Square that usually you see a lot of movies that do that famous scene where you see the lights. Basically the same spot where Spider-Man fought Electro. Yeah, that's where we were at, right there. We walked around Manhattan for a while, and of course, we let him travel through Grand Central Station, the famous Grand Central Station. That was fun for him to see. And then of course, we went to he wanted to go to the Warhammer store, which is further downtown. That's near Union Square. And that was fun to do because I didn't even know there was a Warhammer, even though it's not my thing. Check out his video where he's explaining Warhammer. That was pretty fun.
I did it all in under an hour. Yeah. And by under an hour, 51 minutes. That counts.
That was pretty fun to do to experience. It was fun. So I took him down to the Warhammer store and he was in there and things like that. We couldn't film in there. They wouldn't allow us to film. So we couldn't film in there. But then of course, the next day, we went to the Museum of Natural History, which I haven't been there in a while, but it was great to see again. And we took some pictures. And guys, if you were following us, our shorts, we did some shorts and we uploaded some shorts of that, and that was fun to do. He got to see some things in there that was fun. Like what was the big thing that you enjoyed?
It's the dinosaurs. Like, are you shocked?
Yeah.
It was for real though. Like it was like seeing the Museum of Natural History has always been like a dream I thought I'd never have. Like it was something that I thought was just genuinely never going to happen for me. But thanks to this guy right here, made that possible. We basically got that taken care of. I got to see. Okay, so if you didn't see the short on my channel, there is in the museum, in the dinosaur wing, there is a Allosaurus skeleton. A little inaccurate, but there's a reason for it. I'll get to that. Where it's basically hunched over like a vulture eating a carcass. And I know that sounds so minuscule, but to me, that's a big deal because, like, when I was a kid, that skeleton, that skeletal recreation was everywhere in dinosaur media. In my books, in my movies, in my, like, VHSs. It was there. And the fact that I was like 3 feet away from it, I got emotional. I ain't gonna lie. Over a bunch of bones.
Yeah.
So seeing the T-Rex skeleton there, also seeing for all the dino nuts out there, Apex. That was a big thing too. Of Apex, for those who don't know, Apex is basically the most complete skeleton of a stegosaur that is on display there. And to see it, like I stumbled upon it, I kind of snuck off. Well, technically, I had a special event
Yeah.
that I paid for to go see, and then I kind of got lost. I got
We
lost.
kind of got, yeah, he got a little separated, and then and then he calls me and he says, "Where are you?" I said, I'm looking at I'm, I'm looking at T-Rex right here. I'm standing in the other wing of where the other dinosaurs are, and I was just sitting there. And again, it was just, the thing about the dinosaurs. And I'll forgive me, guys. I want to say to everybody, hello. I see people saying hi. Hey, Quentin. Hey, Warhawk. And hey, Hunter, and things like that. Um, and everybody else. Look, um, to me, whenever I see the dinosaur stuff, it that kid in you comes out. I don't care how many times you see that stuff, but it's the kid that comes out, because it comes back to the whole sense of like, yo, these things actually existed. Like, and there's fossils and things that they like like even in the museum, there's a bone structure of the Titanosaurus. Like, it actually comes out of the area where it is. Like, its head is out the door, but the body is in there. It's leaned over. There's a picture of it that I took. If you follow us, I took a picture. One of the things that I wanted to show, it was the big blue whale. That's another famous thing that they show, and that area was closed off for something. I forgot what it was. I think it was an event. But I got a picture of it, and I could tell they need to maybe paint the blue whales. He's getting a little worn out, I think, in terms of that. But when you come into the museum, there's two dinosaurs right in the center, and uh, there's a long neck that's up on its hind legs, and then there's the out to the side. So once again, seeing that, and then of course, when you go through the museum and you see all the different areas, and then there's a section that's centered for African animals and things like that. And then you realize, then they'll tell you some stories about it. Like, there's a statue in there with the 26th president, Teddy Roosevelt. He's in there, and the reason for it is because most of all the taxidermy animals in there, he shot. And yeah, he shot them all.
He didn't shoot the people.
He didn't shoot the people, but he shot them.
Well, actually, he shot a lot of people, but not anyone in the museum.
Yeah, he shot all animals for conservation. He found out that he was a big conservationist, and people to learn. And there's like all kinds of skins and of different animals and things like that, which is fun. Um, but the museum was fun. That was something right off his bucket list he wanted to go to, so I was glad to take him there. And then um, we went to Sunday. We went to Katz, Deli.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, we Sunday. Sunday was Katz's Deli, the famous Katz Deli, and that's where, guys, when I wasn't shocked that we had to wait in line. That's how long it was around the corner. But once we got in and we ordered our food, it was just like, I know there's a lot of people that get on and like, oh my god, I love that place, but it's so the yes, I get where people are coming from with it, but it's also it's the quality of the food, and the quality has not gone down. Like, there are just rows of people waiting to get served. And my brother and I went with Multi, and he had two halves of different sandwiches.
I was gonna be brisket all the way through, and then the guy sweet talked me into getting pastrami.
Yeah, usually, so when you come into Katz and you ask for whatever you get, they'll give you a small serving, because everything in there is fresh. Everything is fresh. And I will get to your questions, so please hold on, guys, with the questions. And happy St. Patty's Day, yes, to everybody. Um, so you go in there and they will cut. You see them pick out a whole slab of whatever fresh, and they cut it there for you, and then you could give it, and they'll give you just to taste it. That's something that I always love about Katz. They do that, but I was glad that he enjoyed that. And then Friday, which well Saturday it was Monday. No, yeah, Monday. Monday yesterday we I took him to the Bronx Zoo.
Which was a bit of a wash.
Well here's the
there's
thing.
a reason.
Here's the thing about the zoo in the winter time. Like not all the animals are going to be out. Um, the animals that were out or they're built to in this type of weather. So the bison were out, the bears were out, the snow leopard was out. He was chilling in the back. Like we could hear the lions, but we couldn't see them. Giraffes, mostly anything that was indoors, we saw. So there was like the House of Darkness where you see all these nocturnal animals.
Oh yeah, House of Dark. It was great. The stupid fucking family in there.
There was a family in there that was a little annoying.
There was one brain cell, and they were all fighting for it.
Yeah, it was a little annoying.
Chris, I need to tell this story.
Yeah, go ahead, tell the story.
Okay, so we're in there, and I don't know what cesspool this family group came out of. Okay, I don't know if you like de-evolved from a fucking sewer rat from New York. Okay, so here we are. We're in here, House of Darkness. It should have been called House of Dumbasses because these motherfuckers, holy dog shit. They had one brain cell and they were all fighting for control. The kid was running up and down, like, I want to see scorpions. I want to see scorpions. Kind of like the stupid cartoon, like, I want an Easter egg. I want an Easter egg. Oh, man. I ran into that kid and I want to say it wasn't intentional, but a part of me, I think subconsciously was like, I'm just going to nail this kid in the dark. Yeah. I mean, I did it unintentionally, but subconsciously, I think my brain went, yo, knock that kid over. Shut him up. And then you got fucking uncle or grandpa or whatever. I couldn't see in the dark because they do keep it dark in there, but that's beside the point. But he's just like, Vinny. And I'm so tempted. I am so tempted to just yell, Vinny's not fucking in here now, is he? I mean, good God. If the guy didn't answer the first time, why would you say it the next 5 fucking times? Oh my God. And then you got grandma wandering around with a camera going, how do you turn the light on? Oh, and the grandpa, I'm assuming these are the grandparents. I couldn't see. I didn't fucking care. You got the grandpa like wandering around and getting in all of my shots for these animals. He just waltzes it's like when I pulled my camera, I was like, oh, the guy's there. I'm going to get in front of his shot. Oh my God. I hope you all, I don't even have to ask. You're all from Staten Island. You bunch of backwater Jets fan loving inbred.
Okay. All right. Don't get knocked off.
You goddamn. I hope the ferry that took you back to your fucking cave sank.
Oh,
okay?
Okay.
Get fucked.
All right.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But it was a nice time.
They were a little annoying. I'm like, oh God, like the kid is running up. I'm like, to me, I was almost about to yell, guys, watch your kid. Like he's running up and down this area. When we say House of Darkness, mean how like everything in there is dark.
Yeah, to keep the animals
calm. Keep the animals calm, so you don't want to scare them. And he's running up and down, and I'm like, watch your kid. So yeah, that was fun. The reptile house was really fun. I really liked it. I always loved the reptile house. The seals were out, so those were cool as well. We got to see the rhinos. There was a rhino.
He was hiding. Which is shocking.
Yeah, it was a white rhino in there. He was just killing in the cut, which I enjoyed. Got to see a Komodo dragon. That was cool. We saw baboons, but they were up on top they were running around, but we couldn't see them as much. Then the bear. The bear was probably the funniest thing.
Oh yeah.
The bear was probably the funniest. So there's two brown bears that the zoo has, the Bronx Zoo has, and there was a female up on top of the ledge, and the big male. You could tell he's the male. He was just chilling and he's playing with his like he had a little stick and he was playing and you could see him chomping on it and chomping on it. He's like chilling and all of a sudden it drops in the little pond below and he
Look
the
down.
look on his face was like, man, and you see him trying to go down and look for it. Then he's just like, man, screw it. And he goes over to a
Like
tree.
he goes off and pouts.
He goes over and pouts, and you can see he goes over. I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna scratch his back, and he just start going like this, and then he runs up the hill, and I'm like, man, look how quick he got up that hill. And,
Quicker than you.
Yeah, and then we just left him alone. But it was the funniest thing.
Yeah, this bear looks so the dejected, abject sadness on this poor bear's face. He looks like, oh.
Yeah, he dropped this thing, and it was I'm like, oh. So yeah, the bear, he was mad. He definitely was mad. And that was like, but yeah, again, when in terms of the zoo, like first of all, it was raining as well. It was, and again, the Bronx Zoo is open mostly year round, but it's the winter time, and not all the animals are going to be out, so you're not going to see everything you want to see, because of that. But the animals that are based around winter, they'll chill, they're fine. So that was fun to see. Take them to the Bronx Zoo, and today I took them up to Sleepy Hollow, which is in northwest of where I am, the historical town of Sleepy Hollow. We actually went to two historical towns because they're right next to each other, Terrytown and Sleepy Hollow, and we traveled all around the cemetery. I've been to that cemetery, but it was just fun to be there again. And he compared it to the cemeteries in New Orleans.
Yeah.
So
which are okay. The cemeteries in New Orleans are beautiful. They're historic. It was really cool to see them. I did a few years ago. But if you were to ask me like which one I like more, I think I like Sleepy Hollows just a bit more. I mean, they all look kind of this, like the Louisiana graves all look the same, give or take a few, especially Nick Cage's. But these have like beautiful architecture to them. It goes on for miles.
Yeah.
And also, it wasn't like I was walking in an oven, which, if you don't know, there's like a heat index inside the graves in New Orleans. So it can get up to like 300 degrees in there sometimes. But here, it was open space, beautiful tombstones, beautiful architecture. And I'm kind of a dirty so-and-so for Gothic architecture. So
that was the other thing that guys that I kind of recognized what I was telling them about as well when we were in Manhattan a lot. I was telling them, notice how we're up in Midtown compared to when we start going down to the Village and the Lower East Side, and how the architect kind of changes and the buildings change. And that was something that he noticed real quick. He was like, wow, it's different down here. And I was like, yeah, it's different. It's not all buildings everywhere. So it was fun. Sleepy Hollow takes the Headless Horseman, really. That is their bread and butter. They take it real. Like there are places that just have the horsemen everywhere. We went into a bagel place.
Yeah.
And the Headless Horseman is right in the corner. And you can find it I posted it on my page, guys, on my YouTube page. Like there's a picture of the Headless Horseman. He had his first real New York bagel up here.
Dude, the food has just been. My grandmother, before I left, was like, "Oh, Multi, you gotta love the food." This is how she talks. She's an angry old hag of a woman. You're like, "Oh, Multi, you're gonna love the food. You'll never want another pizza, bagel again." And after eating food here, I unfortunately have to concede that she's right.
So, yeah, when he got off the plane, uh, which was the 10th. Um, he was hungry. He was like, "Can we?" So when we got up here, I took him to a local pizza shop that I go to. Me and my brother go to. It's called Pizza, and he ordered 2 slices,
I had not eaten that whole time.
and he did not eat that day. And I was like, "Okay, be careful." And he enjoyed it. I told you. So yeah, it was fun. He stayed a week, guys. So he was here basically a week. It was fun having him here. It was
And
fun.
he's sick of me now.
He's lying. Don't believe him. It's fun when you see people that you have known for so long that you kind of started YouTube kind of with.
I don't think people understand
Yeah, I
that we
don't think people
and
understand
how
like
long we've known each
how
other.
long we known each other. And there's another guy we used to call ourselves YouTubers 3. That's if
The
y'all
original Trinity.
yeah, we were the original Trinity. We still keep in touch with the other guy, Victor.
We know you're watching, Vic.
Ziploc, Gory, Ziploc Bloody. That was his name. And that's how long we known each other. We collabed on video a lot of times back in the day. So I think a lot of y'all don't realize just how long we've known each other. It's like 12 years that we've known each other. Um, so when most of the time you guys would see me down in Orlando with him, he actually came up here
Yeah.
this time. So he's up here, because he didn't want to go to MegaCon this year alone.
It kind of sucks going to conventions alone.
He feels. I don't feel that way. That's not me.
Yeah. I'm a bit. For those who don't know, I'm a bit of a social butterfly, or maybe that's just my parapsychological kind of need for not being alone with my thoughts.
Yeah. So most of the time it is like I don't mind going to conventions by myself because then you meet people out there. Like I met a couple of people in conventions. Like when I went to Awesome Con in Washington, I met a lot of people that either recognized me, they saw me, they were like, "You look familiar," and I kept in touch. There's one guy that actually is like a Patreon of both of ours. His name is Phoenix Davis, and hey Phoenix, if you're watching. So it was fun. It was a lot of that. There, if he stayed longer, then there were other places I would have taken him. But it was fun. It was fun to have him up here, and the tip of the iceberg definitely was Sleepy Hollow. That was something I really wanted him to see. I wanted him to see Sleepy Hollow.
That was his bait to get me up here.
Sleepy Hollow was definitely it. And once again, yes, it is a real place, guys. I know there are people that think it's just from a book or just from a movie. No, it's a real place. And the people up there are legit about the story and the legend. We didn't go to Washington Irving's house. He has a house, but it was closed for a while. We couldn't go inside the old Dutch church that the story is like. We couldn't go in there because they're renovating the roof.
Yeah, this is the off season.
Yeah, so we couldn't go in there. There were some places that we couldn't go, and there are other famous people in that cemetery. Believe it or not, besides watching there. I mean, there's William Rockefeller is in there, and
I said this before. Yeah, there's a Carnegie and Rockefeller there. They may be buried there, but I can guarantee you there's a lot of places they probably went when they died. Heaven ain't one of them.
Yeah, so there were other places in there, and we were very respectful. There were places like we were like, "Can we walk here?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because I wasn't trying to step on nobody's grave. I was like, "Okay."
Oh yeah, we spent we actually walked on our toes a few times.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna step on nobody's grave and things like that. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, even the people will tell you, the locals up there will tell you, like, yeah, October is where it gets crazy. Like even them saying that, like October is where it gets crazy. October in Sleepy Hollow is how it is up in Salem. That's how crazy it gets. So yeah, it was fun. So yeah, guys, we had a lot of fun. He had a lot of fun. And now I can see a bunch of questions that you guys are asking.
Oh yeah, that is what we're doing. Right?
Yeah, we're also but I wanted to get that out there for people to know what we did while he was up here. So definitely That's something that I thought was fun. Um, does anybody? I'm gonna ask this. Does anybody have any questions for Multi about his time up in New York? If you do, please leave it in the section down below.
Yeah, please feed my ego.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
So
I don't even know how we're friends sometimes because I don't know how you put up with me.
opposites attract, I guess. So
There's someone in particular that I know in my personal life that might agree with you.
okay. So let me see what's going. All right, Quentin. I'll start with your question, and you ask Raphael with a red lantern ring versus
Angron.
Angron.
Okay, I'm gonna have to field this one.
That's go ahead.
So, Chris, Angron is from Warhammer.
Okay.
He was remember when I told you about the Primarchs, the
Right.
Sons of the Emperor?
Uh-huh.
He was one of them.
Okay.
He's also one of the ones that went back that went traitor.
Okay.
He became a demon under Khorne, the big blood for the blood god and all that.
Okay.
And okay, so even with a red lantern ring, Raph is getting ripped apart by Angron. He's stronger, he's bigger, he's also unkillable. You can't kill a demon Primarch because he can Angron, even if you do kill him, he comes back from the warp because demons can't die under certain circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's only specific ways you can kill a demon, especially a demon Primarch. So Angron will just die if Raph, even with the red lantern ring, somehow kills Angron. He's gonna come back in 8 months, 8 days, and 8 minutes.
Okay, there you go. Hunter Johnson says Teddy Roosevelt is the ultimate Chad.
I mean,
depends.
It depends. I mean, I don't think the ultimate Chad would not be a term the Native Americans would use for Teddy.
Yeah, right. Cyborg X says since Marvel and DC are working together again, Green Arrow team ups with Daredevil. Do you wish it was Hawkeye who teamed up with Green Arrow? No, not really. The reason because that whole crossover came about because if you all remember, it was on a Wizard magazine, and we saw Green Arrow and Hawkeye. I mean, and Clint and Ollie together, but nothing happened, and there was so for him to do it for them to do the crossover was great. I just wish it was longer. I wish a lot of the backup stories are longer, and that's something that we did talk about. We're like, I really wish they had put more time and effort into some of these backup stories. Like for example, the Wonder Woman Captain America one, that was probably one of the best backup stories. I really liked that. I liked the concept of like Wonder Woman, Diana, and Cap were each other's anchor from crossing the line, because the story kind of shows that she has been following Cap for years, and he has a gun that Adolf Hitler's, and he's gonna kill him. And then she stops him, and then Cap stops her from Maxwell Lord, and they go back and forth, so they're always together. And that was really cool. I really liked that. It wasn't like, oh, they fell in love. No, they were just mutual support for each other, and I like that. I love that. That was probably one of my favorite backup stories out of all the Marvel new crossovers backup stories. So that was fun. Would I mind a Hawkeye and Ollie crossover? No, I would be all for it.
Yeah, but what I like about this new era of Marvel and DC is that we're not getting there are some crossovers we do want to see because we never know if we'll get it again.
Right.
But I am glad that to coin a phrase, we got this instead of Hawkeye and Green Arrow.
Yeah. So I have my, like, I know it's like the quintessential, like, oh, we gotta put them together. But no, I wouldn't mind seeing that, like Clint and Kate and Ollie and one of the Speedies or somebody or Red Arrow, somebody together. Yeah, it'd be fun. But to see Ollie and Matt together was cool. To see them fighting the hand, I thought it was cool. I was like, okay. Let me see. People are jerks, dude. Yeah, Warhammer, yeah, they can be jerks. Tevin says, what's going on? We're good. Do you think Spider-Man comics are completely broke beyond belief? I'm gonna say I always am hoping for better. Especially you're talking about the amazing line. I'm always hoping for hope that it can get better. But then there's a part of me that's like, nothing's gonna get better until you get rid of certain individuals in there. Until and the only way that could happen is if they really stop selling. At least stop selling. And if they don't, they stop selling, then they're gonna have to make a change. But no, they may not sell as well as they are, but they still sell, and that's the problem. Uh, wow, really a really cool bear story about it. Yeah, that bear was fun. He was fun. He cracked me up. I laughed, and I just remember just seeing, and this was a brown bear. This was not a grizzly bear. This was the brown bear, and you forget just how big they are. Like you just see, and he said it best. He's like, it looks like you just want to cuddle with it, but you know it'll kill you if you do. It's the funniest thing. Okay. Are you excited for a Spider-Man brand new day trailer tomorrow? Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. To see some of those images and see that one image of that amazing fantasy number 15 homage was great. I was loving that. I was like, that was cool. I like that.
It took us like what 8 movies to get that in like
Kinda, yeah. That's weird. Hunter asks, I'm going to Orlando next month. Okay. Where you going? Because of Epic Universe. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, let's see. Uh, I am. We were talking about his because he's up here in New York. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's here. He's not. Yes, I'm from New York. There you go. Hunter. My aunt has been to New York, London, Paris, and Mexico. That's cool. Well, your aunt loves to travel. Then, good friends are good for mental health. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. Warhawk. Hunter says the old Dutch church. The old Dutch church looks does screens for the Horseman film from 1922, and it was the only adapted film in the real location. That is true. Yeah. Quentin says Zuko from Avatar and Deck from Predator Badland. What would you think of each? What would they think of each other?
Father issues.
Yeah, father issues. They can relate. Father issues. Uh, favorite thing you did in New York? Warhawk axes. That's to you, bro.
Oh, favorite thing I did in New York. I mean, there were a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Um, man, there were a lot of good things. Probably say the museum, but Sleepy Hollow is man, it's debatable right now. Like which one I liked more.
Yeah, that's because the museum was off his bucket list.
Yeah.
He wanted to see that. That was one thing. Like I didn't plan that. That my stuff was already planned. I knew where I wanted to take him, and then when we got back from the city the first time after Midtown and everything like that, he was like, "Hey, can we go like to a museum?" And I said, "Yeah." I was like, "What museum?"
No, that's not how I remember it. I remember asking you like the week before, can we do the Museum of
Yeah,
Natural History?
something like that. Yeah. So the museum was his idea. And being that in New York, there's like dozens of museums. Like, but the Museum of Natural History is probably one of the big ones. There's the Met. There's the Museum of Ice Cream. I haven't been there, but I know about it. Um, the one place that if we had more time, I would have taken him down to, the 9/11 museum down there, because he saw the plaza.
Yeah.
He saw it from the lower. He's like, "What building is that?" And I was like, "Oh, that's the plaza." That's and I even showed them the classic building that the Daily Bugle was built off of, so we got to see that. Hi guys, hi Caroline. Uh, yeah, I hate that X-Men story too. Have you guys thought of having a Discord community and running it together?
Hell no.
No, I don't like Discord that much.
I don't. I've had Discords. I've had it hacked multiple times. I didn't care for it at all.
I've had one and I didn't even use it. I was like, okay. I have I'll tell you what I have thought about doing, guys. I have thought about doing maybe where was it? It's not Twitch. Yeah, it is Twitch. Yeah. I have thought about that. Um but I haven't thought about Discord again. I haven't. Hi, Liza. It's nice to see you. Oh yeah, it was fun. Did you have fun at the Bronx Zoo? I did. It's been 20 years since I've been to that zoo. The problem with it was is it's wintertime, so not all the animals are out, Eliza. So you're not going to see everything out. But animals that can survive in cold weather will be out. So yeah, we saw the seals. They were out. The bears, the snow leopard. Um, the red panda wasn't out. The bison were out. There are a couple of deer species that were out, and anything inside, like the House of Reptiles or the Mouse House, or we saw giant bug. What are those cockroach? What was those
Madagascar hissing cockroach.
Madagascar hissing. Those are them big cockroaches that hiss. They make that noise. So we saw stuff like that. But like the lions weren't out, but we heard him. Like we heard him like he roared and was like, but we couldn't. They probably were behind things. And no tigers. I was shocked that the tigers weren't out, but then I'm like, wait, those are probably Indian tigers. The Bengal tigers, not Siberian tigers.
Yeah. So. It was also sad we didn't. Well, we got the gorillas, but we could barely see them.
Yeah, there was a couple of gorillas. They were in the back. We saw a lot of lemurs.
Yeah,
a lot of lemurs.
I will say the Congo exhibit looked really cool. Like how they set it up like a jungle.
Yeah, like they really had you could hear like the noise, like what would sound like in the Congo, and even just the setup, like you said, that setup was real cool.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed in the Bronx Zoo since the last time I went, but it was still fun. You could tell like when you go inside something, and that animals in there because it just reeked. It was like we went to where the giraffes are, and as soon as that opened that door, that wolf, I was like, yeah, he's in there. And there was 4 of them in there, and they were feeding them. So it was cool. And then the rhino was. I'm like, man, you could. And he kind of stuck his head out, and he's like, hey, what's up? And then I was like, Mr. Rhino, can you come out a little more? And he stuck out, and I got a picture of him. It was a white rhino. It was cool. And you just forget just how big they are. I was like, but those are one of my favorite animals. So it's like I've been a fan of rhinos since I was a kid. So, and we didn't know elephants. They weren't out either. The elephants weren't out. And the one thing about the Bronx Zoo that's really interesting is that there are free roaming peacocks everywhere. These peacocks just roam around, and you'll hear them. They just make these noise, and I guess you can feed them, but because there was one that they was like a bunch of them that were just following this one lady, and I'm like, man, why are they following? And then I saw she was feeding them. I was like, oh, you're feeding them. There was a couple.
Don't do that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that. But there's a couple in the trees. Then there was, but yeah, they were just everywhere. It was pretty funny. It was really funny to see. Did you see the new trailer for Dune 3? No.
I don't care.
And yeah, I don't think he cares. We did watch a movie though that it's on his channel. He reviewed it. It's called Body Cam. And I was disappointed with it. It was a horror movie, and I was disappointed with it. The concept was interesting, and then it just lost me when they revealed the monster. I was like, no. So I was a little disappointed with that.
God, yeah.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed. But there was something I also wanted to talk about real quick, guys. Something that he put me on that I didn't even know was on. So there are these videos for any Jurassic Park fans out there. There are these videos, they're animated, kind of animated, but it's telling it from Muldoon's point of view. of right before the island first opened up,
Yeah.
and they show what he was doing, and right before the first Dr. Grant and all of them came through, and it shows that the big raptor, the big one, she got out a couple of times and was stalking them and things like that. There's even one where it shows we know what happened to Mr. Arnold, who was played by Sam Jackson, but you get to see like how they got him, and that was kind of scary. I was like, yo, like the way they trapped him, I was like, yeah, that would have been me, like, oh, just kill me, just make it quick. um and I love that they blended the movie and the book, because in the book, and which a lot of paleontologists have always said, what they don't like about the original Jurassic Park in general is the Dilophosaurus. Because if you know anything about the Dilophosaurus,
Dilophosaurus.
it was bigger than what they appeared it to be. So in that little them shorts, you actually see the real size of it, and that was creepy too, because you see one point, and Muldoon is looking for him, and he just pops out. She comes out of the dark, and it's like, yo, okay, that's kind of scary. And you just see the difference in height and size, and that was really cool. I really enjoyed those.
And they bring up the juvenile T-Rex.
Yeah, there's that was something also, because I forgot that there was another T-Rex in the book. There was the Rexy, as she's called, and then there was a juvenile, and Muldoon was chasing them because a raptor, he killed the raptor, and they were like, where'd this raptor come from? And they go inside the paddock, and they were like, okay, where's the big one? Where's she at? And she was like, they were like, oh, she's on the other side. And all of a sudden, when they trank the little one, and they see what's going, and then she comes, and they're like, get out, get out. It was the funniest. It was cool though. Those are really cool to watch. I was like, oh, okay, those. So he put me on that. I was like, oh, these are cool. And then these other ones where it's all about Godzilla, which
Lost Utopia.
Yeah, those were great too, because there's like, I'm a big Godzilla fan, so it was really cool to see these things. That was really cool. Animated too, and he do really good jobs with it. It's filmed in like a VHS analog horror. It was really cool. So I was like, okay, that was really cool too. So I really enjoyed those. Have you seen the leaked images and T-shirts of the Aang movie? No, I try not to check out leak stuff as much, Caroline. I saw the one image of all of them together, and seeing them all together, and seeing that there's the character that Batista is gonna be playing is really cool.
I will say this though. I'm sure every Rule 34 artist looked at Toph and Katara and went, they're of age.
Yeah, perverts. Pervs.
Hey, better than AI art.
Yeah, Quentin, did Marvel stop caring about the Inhumans after they got the X-Men back from Fox?
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, they look, every group, especially a lot of the other Kirby creations, they all fluctuate. Like you don't see nothing with the Eternals, do you? The Eternals, if you really look at it, the Eternals are always used as cannon fodder to kick off some big event, because it's like the event starts, and all of a sudden the Eternals they're the first one to get kicked out or knocked out, and then who could have done this to the Eternals? And it's like, everybody does this to the Eternals.
The last time they were relevant was Karen Gillan's run in the comics, and that led to Judgment Day, and then it was done.
Yeah, see, so yeah, mostly, I mean, we have our favorite Inhumans, and they still use them from time to time, but you most likely will probably never get another ongoing series about them until Marvel says, okay, we want to do something, and then we'll do. I guarantee you they'll try something. How would you end Peter Parker's story for me? Well, the way they did it in Life Story was great. That was fine. The way Chip did it was great. Go read that. I need to visit New York someday. Come.
Yeah.
You can come, please come. I've been to New York twice. That's cool, Caroline. Wait, that museum is a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, the museum. Devin, you never been to the
How do you
museum?
not know that that's real?
Yeah,
Did you just watch We're Back, a dinosaur story, and go, "Oh, it's from the cartoon"?
20 years. Yeah, 20 years. I haven't been to the Bronx Zoo, Tevin, in 20 years. So
And
yeah,
I brought this up to him, like, you not going to like the zoo or the Museum of Natural History, like all these other landmarks. It's like me with in Florida with Disneyland and all that, where it's
yeah,
like, yeah, I could just go there.
right. Like I think sometimes people forget that. Like he could just go there, and like there are places here in New York that I could just go, but there are times like I just haven't gone there in a while.
Yeah.
If the New 52 relaunch didn't happen, what would stay the same and what would be different? Uh, Everything would have stayed the same. There wouldn't be no differences. Like there wouldn't have been. There was a 5 year gap and everything like that. So yeah, everything would have been the same.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dan DiDio would have lost his job faster.
yep. Let's see. Any opinions on Jonathan's Kent Superboy kid finally returning in Superman Unlimited permanently? Because for me, I'm so happy because I win. Because I win. Oh, you got an ego on you, Tevin. Look, I don't think he's a kid because I don't even think Superman Unlimited is canon. Because if you look at New Teen Titans, he's still grown on that. In the New Teen Titans book, he's still grown. Connor Kent, Jonathan Kent, that's coming out. So, hey Marion, okay, have you guys played Resident Evil Requiem? Because for me, that game is fantastic. I've seen it, I haven't played it yet. I I love Resident Evil. I'm a big Resident. I've been playing Resident Evil since the first game. So yeah, I got my favorites, and I'm looking forward to the remake of Resident Evil 5, which they are doing. Thank you. I still want my code Veronica though, but no. Today my friend asked me this question today: could Metal Sonic defeat the Viltrumite Empire? And I said yes, he can because he can copy the bio data and use them. He got Super Nero. Um, I don't think Metal Sonic is that powerful, really. I don't remember him being that powerful. So no.
Maybe it's like the Archie comic he's
Yeah.
talking about, which we haven't read.
Mhm. Thoughts on Directive 80, the Dark Directive 820 from the Dark Pictures anthology. It's basically a thing meets the alien meets the horizon.
What was it?
Directive 820 8020.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah.
The last one I saw was the vampire one.
There's one company
and the H.H. Holmes ones. Those are the last ones, the Dark Pictures I saw.
Marion asks, hey Multi, what are your thoughts on Godzilla Just Pray?
Oh, okay. I was wondering if someone was going to ask me this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Godzilla Just Pray is another analog horror,
Mhm.
but it's an alternate universe where it's more Godzilla is seen like an actual god, like a devil.
Okay.
And Ghidorah is worshipped as a god,
Mhm.
and he's more like angelic.
Oh, this is what you was telling me about. Is that the one you were telling me about earlier?
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was. There were two Godzillas you were telling me about.
I feel like that was After this is done, I'll show him Godzilla Just Pray. I like it. I think it's a cool universe. It's very much like Shin, but it's more of a horror route. And I don't care much for analog horror outside of like Lost Utopia and the Muldoon vlogs and a lot of the other Jurassic Park ones that aren't like just do scary stuff and say like weird, vague stuff. I think analog really kind of shot itself in the foot by doing the same formula over and over. And that's why I like Lost Utopia. Just Pray, however, is another one where I like how they're using faith and things like that to talk about it. So I like it. I'm gonna have to show him Just Pray after this. It's a very unique take on Godzilla and Ghidorah, because you don't know who's the good guy and who's the bad guy here. So I like it.
Thoughts on Spider-Man 2099? I've always loved Miguel. He was always different. He's not really connected to the Parkers in any way. So always thought his costume looked cool. I've always loved that look. It was always cool. And shouts out to Peter David because he created it. So. Ever remember the most random stuff? I do sometimes. One person in an online game told me ran into a brick wall intentionally and was never the same since. I face palmed. I've had people like that tell me some random stuff, and I'm like, I just give
me.
them.
How many things have I said to you that you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, there's been some stuff I'm like, wait, what? Like, but yeah, I've had worse. I've had guys tell me like just some. I'm not gonna say it here because it's disgusting, so I ain't gonna say. You sound like you had fun. Yeah, he did have fun.
Yeah. Yes, I've been totally faking it for 8 days. Yeah. Tell that to yeah. I'm sure your mother said the same thing.
Okay.
Okay, that was I've crossed.
Relax.
I had some Irish cheer before we started.
Yeah. Any locations you liked in? Yeah, the museum and Sleepy Hollow was probably in. If you're just talking about NYC, then the museum.
Yeah.
Because we did not just stay in NYC. I tell people that all the time. It's not just NYC, New York City. There's other things outside of that. Hey guys, Angel Garcia, what's going on, Angel? How are you guys doing? Did you see that Michael B. Jordan won an Oscar for Sinners? Yeah, when we were watching AEW Revolution, he was keeping us informed on what was going on in the Oscars.
Keeping form's a loose term. It was just I was on social media just scrolling through.
Yeah, and mostly I just wanted to hope that at least Sinners won something.
And it won for something.
It won. And
if you were a horror fan, it was a good night for you because Sinners won 4, Frankenstein won 3, and Weapons won 1.
Yeah. So
which I think it's a good thing for the horror genre, if I'm being honest.
Yes.
I knew they weren't going to give them Best Picture, unfortunately. Yeah. We haven't gotten Best Picture for a horror movie since, and technically it wasn't even a horror movie, it was Shape of Water.
Yeah, that one didn't that one, right?
Yeah,
that one.
Less scary, more fish fucking.
Yeah.
But what's interesting to note is the fact that like Sinners, Weapons, and Frankenstein, all of it happened in the span of like 4. I can't math.
Yeah.
No, 7. Yeah, it'd be 7 Oscars for 3 horror movies, respectively. That has not happened in the entirety of the 90 plus years in the Oscars. So I always think the Oscars are full of old people and need to get fucked anyway. But I will say it is a little validating.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was nice to see Michael win that because the thing about it is like Michael playing Stack and Smoke. It wasn't like, yeah, they were twins, but they were so different. Like he played those characters so differently, just like how I felt Elle Fanning played Tessa and Thea in a Predator so differently. That's how good Michael was, and I've always been a fan of Michael B. Jordan, and he's just a really good dude. Like he's down to earth. He hasn't changed a bit. Like fame has not really changed him, and that's something that I love about him. Like the fame hasn't changed him. Like even after he won, he went into In-N-Out Burger. He got in like, and I know they must have been loving that. Like just seeing him in there eating a burger and things like that. So yeah, I was happy for him. I wish Ryan won director, but he didn't. But I was happy for Sinners winning, and even though they had the most nominations, I was glad they won something. I was glad. Question in multi: have you been a fan? Have you seen a fan film of Spider-Man? It was not funny Spider-Man. It's a horror Spider-Man. Have you ever seen that fan film?
I think I know the one he's talking about, but no.
I've seen a Spider-Man fan film. It was horror, and it gets real dark. And I'm like,
Is it the Man Spider one?
I think it's the male Spider one. Yeah,
I knew that was the one you were talking about.
yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Multi-question. Any opinion on Superman Rebirth, and why do you guys think Bendis killed his amazing run from this awful garbage stories?
Superman Rebirth.
I think that's
Bendis's run.
yeah, I think it's Bendis's run.
It's monotonous. It's boring. Rogol Czar sucks. Turning John into like a teenager was a horrible idea. Separating Lois and Clark was a move that, after you saw how well the fans reacted to Spider-Man and Mary Jane splitting up, you just thought, Bendis, I'll do it again for even a probably more iconic couple in comics. The stories went nowhere. There's more dialogue that disregards and spits on everyone else's continuity. Bendis has an ego the size of Jupiter, but I would rather put it in Uranus. Yeah, so it's not good. I will say Batman Universe is good.
Okay, all right. Well, okay. Quentin says, "Do you think the MCU can make it better? Avengers versus X-Men like they did with Civil War."
I think so, but
yes.
I don't want it.
I would say think so, but I don't want it. I don't. Why would you have them fighting each other? I don't need that. I really don't.
And we're probably gonna get it in Doomsday.
Yeah,
so
I don't need this. Marion says, "Hey, Multi, I can't remember if I've asked you this already, but in your opinion, is Rose Quark's Pink Diamond from Steven Universe a villain, or was she just flawed?"
That's a kind of a complicated question, because like Rose / Pink Diamond is a very flawed character, because like on one hand, she like how she sees humanity is kind of like playthings, but she also has a care for them, but not like in a normal sense. It's very convoluted. Like, she's a complex character on purpose, where yeah, she can be pretty awful at points, but at the same time, I think that's also kind of the point, is that, there was this illusion of rose quartz. There was this, illusion that the gems put on Steven, and that illusion faded away. Now, does that mean Steven hates his mom? It's complex. That's the whole point of the show. It with his mom is that it's complex. And also, I will hear no other arguments if they're parroting from Lily Orchard, because I will not take points from someone who did horrible things to their younger sibling. End of story.
End of story.
Sorry,
no,
guys, I'm sorry. I had a bit of Irish pride earlier, so to speak. Baileys are good, so I'm a little.
My brother gave him some Baileys.
I also snuck 2 more.
Oh, geez.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. What was that? All right, next. I want to make sure I get all these. Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, what? Or which question? Because I saw that one. I was like, favorite Catherine O'Hara role.
Okay, we're getting there.
Okay.
Well, Wedzak says, if Conan and Red Sonja got married, what would their children be like? Dangerous.
Yeah. Like, it would come, like that thing would literally pop out of Red Sonja's womb wearing body armor and ripping off the doctor's head, going, yeah, for Crom.
What about Spider-Man's Superman crossover again? And do you think it will succeed over Marvel crossover with Spider-Man, or will it fail? I think it's going to sell very well. The crossovers have been selling very well.
Yeah, although it is weird because the Batman Deadpool one didn't sell well, because I think everyone thought it was just a reprint.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
I'm excited because we haven't seen. This is a celebration of their first crossover
50 years ago.
50 years ago. So I am looking forward to seeing them crossover. It's gonna be fun. I've seen a little bit of interior art, and they look great.
Mark Waid and George Jimenez
Yeah.
together. It's the one I'm like is the Spider-Man Superman one by Brad Meltzer of all people.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked that. Don't get me wrong. I like Brad Meltzer's Justice League run. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, but the thing that built the Justice League run ain't great.
Yeah, but I'm a little shocked at that.
You'd think it would be a Marvel writer.
Yeah,
right?
be a Marvel writer because he's never.
Because I was kind of thinking it was going to be like Joshua Williamson, or well, he does DC, but he's over at Marvel too. But like, I thought it was going to be like Donny Cates,
yeah, Donny
or Jason Aaron,
Chip
Zdarsky. Yeah, I literally thought it was going to be Chip.
Yeah, Chip would have done good.
Or Matt Fraction even.
Angel, you asked are y'all excited for the spot? Yeah, we answered that. Yes, we are. Johnson Hunter asks, I've seen people debate if Thor and Hulk were in Captain America Civil War, which side would they have been on? Yeah, that is an interesting question. If Thor and Hulk were in the Civil War movie, yeah, what side would they be? I think Thor would be with Cap.
Yeah,
I definitely know that for a fact. He's not going with Tony. Yeah. He would not go with Tony.
He has said on how many times he say on record, I don't trust you.
Yeah, I don't trust. He would have definitely been with Tony. As for,
I think he also would have just. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think also he would have seen the Sokovia Accords as like, okay, one, I'm a god. This doesn't apply to me.
Right.
I'm a lord of a sovereign. Technically, Asgard could be seen as sovereign nation. Yeah. And three, this feels like what happens if you guys turn on us.
Right.
And furthermore, Tony, I'm still mad at you for Ultron.
Right. And as for Hulk, I kind of could see him probably siding with Tony a little, because he would probably look at it from a point of view as like, look, I don't want to be chased around like I was. The government wanted, but then I can see him saying, but wait a minute, the government has always treated me like my body belongs to them. You know, go back to the first Incredible Hulk. What did Ross say? As far as I'm concerned, that whole man's body belongs to the United States. So I could see him like maybe like, I don't want no part of this. So, but yeah, I could see it both ways. Okay. Let me see. Have you seen the YouTube channel Crime Directive? Good channel. It is a it's like a mockumentary. Talks about movies and TV shows, events like they actually happen. No, I'll check it out.
Oh, gee. I wonder why you brought that up. It's not like I've made 11 episodes of a certain show on my channel. No, but go on. Go on.
Hey, guys, in your opinion, what do you think makes Izuki Midori and from My Hero such a great character, in your opinion? He's his powers. That's definitely one of them.
The fact that he can just pull Uraraka and like 7 other characters in the show, 2 of them also men.
Yeah,
I'm such a peach tonight, aren't I?
Yeah. Do you think Marvel killed the Ultimate Universe because Nick Lowe was jealous? I'm
gonna be shitty and say yes. But...
Yeah, I was gonna say probably. I did not. I told you guys to some like if Ultimate Spider-Man starts outselling the original, then they'll probably
Nick Lowe's gonna cry to Tom Brevoort.
Yeah, he's gonna cry. I'm like, hey, like yo. So yeah, I figured.
Yeah. Look, here's the thing: is that at the end of the day, it's a business. But also, like, if you've heard I've heard stories from writers and also like people who have worked in the industry. Marvel treats it doesn't like DC runs like a business that does stuff underhanded. Like we've heard stuff about the Dakota incident,
right?
Yeah, and we'll get to that probably at some question. But Marvel is almost run like a boys club. Like how they treated Kelly Sue, not Kelly. Well, yeah, Kelly Sue, but also Kelly Thompson should say enough. I'm really spicy tonight, aren't I? I'm so sorry if I'm going to kill your views tonight.
No, I'm fine. Hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm replying to somebody. Phillips.
Phillips Screwhead.
Yeah.
Phillips. Philip K. Johnson.
Sorry. Okay. All right. I definitely want to get to that angel question because I've seen Catherine O'Hara and I'm like, yeah, I like Catherine O'Hara. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip that question. I'll come back to Phil's question. So Angel, you asked this question, favorite Catherine O'Hara movie. You want to go with that one first?
Oh yeah. I got a few.
Yeah.
I think her role in Schitt's Creek is funny with the crows have eyes. Thanks, Hun, for introducing me to that one. But I would say my favorite. Well, I like, of course, you can't go wrong with Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I will say this because I think her role in the second movie really solidifies it. Her role as Dietz, what's her character's in Beetlejuice's name?
Oh, the Delia.
Delia Dietz. Like, she's funny in the first one, but good God, is she hysterical in the second. I don't like the second movie. I do not care for Beetlejuice. But that woman carried that whole movie on her back. She was hysterical. She was great on delivery. Also, like, her role as, Kevin's mom.
That's always going to be up.
That's always, but I wanted to go with Delia because I like her in the first movie, but in the second one, they give her so much to do. So much more to do. Probably even more than Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, even. I think she just has, like, she put on her big girl pants and carried that movie.
I liked her in Over the Hedge when she played Penny in that. She was selling that. But yeah, you can't go wrong with anything. Like her earlier stuff in Beetlejuice, and she was funny. Like I think for her, what it is her facial expressions that really sell.
So good.
She's so good. She was so good at that.
And whenever she's working with John Candy,
John Candy, anything she did with John, like that whole, like if you know the story about his cameo in Home Alone. He was only there for like 1 day. I think 1 day or so.
And they gave him no script.
No script. Yeah, no script. Excuse me. So a lot of that, what they were doing
was improv.
So it was just right off the cuff, and I was cracking up with that.
Yeah. Oh, like, have you ever left your son at home while you're in another country? No, can't say I have. So I did leave him at a funeral.
That's the part. Like, maybe we should stop talking about.
Well, you brought it up.
So maybe I shouldn't. So it's pretty funny.
The little tyke was. Oh, we were distraught. He was left there all day. God,
King Travis, you asked, have you seen the new Samurai Troopers? No.
No.
We talking about no. You guys are Mordecai and Rigby from the regular show. You go to the museum. You got bored at what? Oh man, I missed that question. You got bored at damn it, I missed it. You guys got bored, did some magic and accidentally revived dinosaurs. You have to stop them or you'll get fired. I'll let them run and let them roam. It depends on the dinosaur. I'll let them roam. Like any opinion on the Mall trailer? I haven't seen it.
Don't care.
Yeah. Frankenstein got snubbed for Best Picture, but at least K-Pop Demon won Best Animated and not Disney. Yet they beat out a lot of Pixar.
Yeah, this is the 4th year in a row Disney has not won. Haha, get fucked, mouse. I will say that it is interesting that they got also Best Song for Golden.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Your Idol is a better song. It's my favorite. But,
okay.
But I think it's pretty cool that K-pop blew up the way it did. And you got to think, if you're Sony, you're like, we let that go to Netflix.
Yeah. While I agree with a lot of them this year, when I disagree with the Oscars, I blame the Stonecutters after all they bragged about rigged every Oscar.
Oh, that's a Simpsons
Yeah.
reference. Who rigs the Oscars every night? We do. We do.
Let's see. Today I just finished another story of Kyle Rayner, daughter Luna, and I introduced a new character. His name is Jack Garner, and you probably know who his father is. Oh, it's a creator story. So that's Guy Gardner's son. Him and Ice, they hook up because him and Ice always were like
No,
a thing.
did Ice lose a dare?
Yeah. Let's see. Question: do you think Avengers Doomsday is going to be fantastic? Because I have hope for it. I think it's going to be fun. I'm more looking forward to seeing who's going to pop up in it the most of all. Quentin, you asked. No, excuse me. I think I just
Don't mind me, people. I'm
No.
fighting with my phone charger.
uh skip that. Skip that. When did that show get super dark? Oh, okay, wait a minute. I have Irish in me, you know. Oh, okay, Catholic. Been 10 years. John was a fantastic because 10 years ago it was fantastic. Okay, you're talking to somebody. What moment in Red Dead Redemption 2 was the most emotional, hard for you to watch? Uh, um, I was about to say Dutch. Uh, one of them is definitely seeing die. You know,
Which one?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
No, I mean which character?
The main character you play,
Arthur.
Arthur. Watching Arthur die, I felt bad about that. That one hurt.
Arthur hurts, but I'll tell you what hurts me the most was being so close, and no matter what you say, everyone's going to get that. Not going to get that reference. Anyway, the thing that made me like cry, I choked up seeing Arthur die. But the thing that killed me and actually like made me like cry for a good solid 2 minutes was the ending, like the end of the epilogue, where John and Abigail get their farm, they have their son, and they're all happy. And if you played the first game, you know it ends in tragedy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a
and
good
it
one.
broke my heart.
That is true. Yes, to see that does hurt.
Yeah, because
But
you know it's gonna end.
yeah, you know what's gonna happen. So, but at least his son gets it back for them. So I do like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just real quick, I find it funny that like Jack's first encounter with Agent Moss is by a river, and their last one is by a river.
Right?
Yeah.
would Red Sonja and Conan even have a child? What do you mean? If Sonja will make out with anybody equal to her,
and they did.
Yeah,
they did sleep together.
Yeah, they've slept together plenty of times. Yeah,
yeah,
when they were under the same. Yeah,
Sonja, and then in the crossovers.
Yeah, in the crossover. So yes, I created a Gravity Falls character named Travis Pines, son of Dipper and Wendy.
Oh, this is for me.
Yeah, that's
for. That's all I gotta say.
Hey guys, hi Perry. I see you guys doing another crossover. Yeah, in person.
Yeah,
this is different. Israel Elba as Blue Marvel. Could he pull it off? Yes.
If he wasn't Heimdall.
Yes, he could. I seen somebody make a artwork of showing like Black Panther bringing Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther bringing all the black heroes together who played them. So you got Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, and there was one with they did one. Icon was played by Michael Jai White, and I'm like,
you know, I think I would have said hardware for Jai White.
Yeah, and I was like, and then they showed the picture of Israel Elba as Icon, and I was like, I mean, as Blue Marvel. I was like, okay, yeah, that I could have believed that. So yeah, I think he could have pulled. If he wasn't Heimdall, I guarantee he could have done it. Let me see. I'm skipping around questions, guys, because a lot of the same questions being asked, which I don't like. Have you? I have a question for both of you. I know the Clone Saga is controversial, but did you love Ben Riley and Kane? Uh, yeah, I like Ben Riley.
Yeah,
I had a lot of
and
fun.
not what he's now.
Not what he's now. And Kane was interesting when he first came out. Yeah, he was all blue and had the veiny stuff, and then they brought him back, and he became the second Scarlet Spider. I thought he was fun. That's when he was in Houston.
Yeah, of all places.
Yeah,
But that comic was really solid.
Yeah, it was solid.
I remember the reviews by someone we don't talk about anymore.
Yeah. So I loved the story where Peter gets framed for murder and Ben takes his place in prison and says that his main priority is to be with his wife and their child.
Oh, I mean, okay, that was from the Clone Saga.
That's
right?
the Clone Saga, yeah.
I mean, the weird thing is when you look back at the Clone Saga, it's a mess, but you can find interesting and good things, like again with that storyline.
Yeah.
And it sucks too, because I'm like, it's so easy to make Ben, a hero again. And not only that, you could have easily had like Peter now has like a brother, he has a sibling, and someone he can like, if I don't want to be Spider-Man for a while, Ben, can you fill in?
Yeah, like you can fill in.
But God forbid we have anything cool, Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Perry King, you guys looking forward to Spider Noir series? Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. I just don't like the name.
I don't get why they didn't do this new Spider-Man Noir.
I don't know.
But I will say it does look good, and I am glad there is a black and white version.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch the black and white version.
I think it's gonna look better.
Yes.
And I am glad that like the show, like it does feel like Nick Cage is gonna go full
method.
Oh yeah, like I do appreciate that. Like Nick Cage, every time you hear about it with this show, it feels like he put his heart and soul into it.
Probably did, because he's a geek at heart anyway. So
yeah.
Hunter, you said I think Hulk would have sided with Tony at first, but when Ross showed up, he's like, "No, I'm switching sides." Yeah, I probably would. Yeah. I love my that's somebody saying they like my hero. Great. How would y'all end The Simpsons? I think ended at season 40. Nice round number. The problem is Fox ain't gonna them numbers. Fox ain't ending it. They gonna
Disney's not going to end it.
Disney. That's right, because Disney's not going to end it. Could Jonah Hex work as a streaming series? Yes.
Yeah.
Jonah Hex. I can't. The characters like that work better as a show. Where you can get more storytelling out of them. Westerns work better as a show. Look at all these Western shows. They work better as a show.
Yeah. Also, to everyone watching Yellowstone, I don't know if it's like Old West or in modern day, or if it's actually a good show, or just red pill out fake alpha male wet dream. I can't tell, but hey, Jonah Hex seems work. Wow, I am really an asshole tonight.
Ben Awatu axes. Hi Ben. Damn it. I lost it. I saw that. You basically asked. I saw it. Are you guys ready for Stephanie Phillips' Daredevil run?
Yeah. I'm excited. I was telling Chris the other day. I think this is only the second time.
The second female to write
since Ann Nechetti.
Ann Nechetti, yeah.
In the 80s.
And I follow Stephanie on Instagram, and she's pumping it up, and I'm there for her. I'm like, yeah, please.
Yeah. Now it's actually funny because when I was hoping for a new Daredevil, right, we were going to get Alex Segura, who's writing the Dick Tracy books at Mad Cave.
Yeah, he just wrote a Daredevil novel that's coming out, I think, next week.
Yeah. And it's funny because Stephanie hyped that book up.
She hyped that book up.
So. And I'm not trying to dig at Steph. I think she's going to be great. I loved her Phoenix run.
I like her Grimm run.
Yeah.
Her self-titled stuff. But yeah, what she did with Jean as Phoenix was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Someone's a Dragon Ball fan.
Question: any opinion on Scary Movie 6 happening this year? I'm ready for it. Bring it back. Good laughs, and it's the Wayans brothers doing it again. I'm there for it.
Yeah.
Everybody crying over it, like, oh. Being honest, it always interesting. Yeah. I'm talking about the new Ronin Warriors. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. What are you talking about? I haven't watched it yet, but I am probably gonna watch it. If Jason Isaac voiced Shockwave from Transformers, what would it look like?
See, I would rather have him be Megatron.
Jason Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll tell you why. If you ever saw the Dark Crystal TV show, he voices the Emperor.
Oh, that's right. He did do that.
And it's such a Megatron voice he gives.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reason why I say that is because if you can't get Frank Welker back, and Hugo kind of messed, I'm like, now he's come. The fact that he came out and said the shit that he said about Megatron and
Red Skull,
I'm like, dude, then what the fuck you?
Yeah, I'll tell you who I think Isaac would be good, but I'll tell you who I'd want for Shockwave. He plays Wong.
And Benedict
Wong.
Benedict Wong.
Funny enough. Yeah, Benedict Wong, I think, would be a really solid Shockwave. Or actually, I think he'd be really good as Demolisher. But I would say him or the actor who played High Evolutionary in Guardians 3.
He was good.
He'd be a good Shockwave.
He was actually a good High Evolutionary. He was kind of scary. I was like, yeah, okay. I liked him in that. If Kratos fought Beerus, we talking from Dragon Ball? Well, Beerus is like a different. Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Nope, we're not doing that.
Well, I'm not touching that, because I think some Kratos fans would get all upset. But no. Hey, Multi, in your opinion, if Steven Universe was in his kaiju form and with the abilities we've seen him, would he be able to take down Godzilla?
No. No, because Godzilla can't lose.
Yeah,
it's contractually stated Godzilla can't lose.
Who do you think will win? Will win December? Dune Part 3 or Avengers Doomsday? We don't know.
What, you want me to pull my magic glass out of my ass and look into the future?
Okay, all right. Most anticipated movie for the rest of the year. Angel for me.
Godzilla -0.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Godzilla -0. The next Godzilla -0.
Yeah,
I am looking forward to that.
Evil Dead Burn.
Yeah, Evil Dead Burn. Outside of the comic book movies, yeah, I'll say stuff like that. Yeah.
But -0. I am
looking forward to the Odyssey.
Odyssey is interesting.
I am looking forward to that. I actually want to see that.
I'm not saying I'm excited for it, but I want to give it a shot. The Mummy movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like it or not. I kind of am like, I want to see it, but I wouldn't be shocked if it sucks.
Yeah, because it doesn't feel like a Mummy. It feels like some Evil Dead movie.
Which is funny because he did direct Evil Dead Rise.
Right.
I feel like there is another movie that's non-comic that we're both kind of excited for.
What's that?
I don't know. I
know there's a bunch. I can't remember off the top of my head. Either of you gentlemen play any Hearts of Iron game? Darkest Hour is my favorite.
Sorry, man. No.
No, I've never played any of those. Warhawk, are they good? Perry asks me, any favorite episodes of Batman Brave and the Bold? Probably one of my favorite is when he catches Joe Chill.
Yeah, that's a solid one.
That's a solid one.
I think one I really like outside of Chill of the Night, because that's the one everyone loves.
Yeah,
but it's a good episode.
Right.
Is the one where Booster tries to save Ted.
Oh yeah.
And there's like a great moment where like Booster and Batman are like talking, and he's like, I miss him too, right?
Right.
He's like, there's a moment where they're like, Batman like tells him like, you can't do this. If you don't think I wouldn't want to do this,
right?
You mess like, and he's like, it's almost like Batman's telling him, now we have to watch our best friend die again. Thanks.
Right. Another one I do like is when who is it? I think it was Captain Adam was on it, and he kept just ripping on Batman. Like he's like, boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead.
Oh, another one I really love is the Aquaman and Adam one, where they get shrunk down.
Yeah.
And he run into a frog, and he's like, lousy amphibian, land or water, choose a side.
Choose a side. I like that one.
I don't know what it is, but I would have loved a Aquaman spinoff
Yeah,
from that show, because I know it's not Aquaman. I know that's not how Aquaman is, but like they give him like the best lines in that entire show.
DiMaggio was great as that Aquaman. Another one I like was when Aquaman and Mira and the family went on vacation, and you see them going all through the DC world, and they get to Gotham. Oh, roll up your windows, and I was like, oh no, that was
Did
pretty
they
funny.
just? And I actually was like, oh, so we're just making family vacation references right now.
Yeah, it was funny as hell. Thanks both, and thanks, and both of you take care. Bye, Dwell. Take care. Hunter asks, who would win in a fight? Okay, Green Lantern Ash Ketchum or Blue Lantern Steven Universe. I don't like Ash.
Pass.
Fuck Ash. I'm sorry.
Yeah, pass.
Quentin, I can't wait for the new season of Invincible, and the new season is going to be bloody. Yeah, it's going to get bloody.
I mean, I wish I cared about Invincible, but
yeah, he's not much of a.
I mean, I do like the Battle Beast comics.
Yeah, he liked the Battle Beast comic, but yeah, it's going to get bloody.
I think you're going to be sending me the Tech Jacket omnibus.
Yeah, Tech Jacket's cool. That's the other character from Invincible that I think people should like.
I don't think I've talked about why Invincible just doesn't appeal to me.
Hit it.
Do you care?
Let's go.
And there's a few reasons. One, I think it's just overly violent. I also think that Robert Kirkman's really cruel in a lot of his comics towards his female characters, because looking back at how Adam Eve is treated throughout the entire series is almost like this is really mean-spirited. On top of that, and also like another reason, I feel like Mark is not an interesting character. And I just heard the knives come out on that one. I think now there are things in Invincible I like. Tech Jacket, Battle Beast. There are elements in this universe, but I really do feel like this universe was just meant to be The Boys, but with a lighter flair,
like a Superman like flair.
Yeah, well, yeah, like what if we did The Boys, but we weren't upfront about how shitty everyone was?
Right. I can see that. I can see where you're coming from.
But like I said, still there are things I would like. Like again, I'm excited for Tech Jacket, and Battle Beast is really cool because that comic is just shut your brain off, have fun.
Perry King said, if Black Widow existed in the Metal Gear, she would be great in the Metal Gear universe.
She would be killing it.
She would be perfect. That is a Marvel character that would work. I'm still figuring out the names of Jessica Cruz and Simon Kidd, but I'm thinking, you're still okay.
All right.
Got them together, cool.
All right, question for Mr. Multiverse.
There you go, hit it.
Do you care for the Inhumans?
Do you?
No. Okay, there are Inhumans I like, but for the most part, I'm glad they're dead. I'm glad I took so much Schadenfreude joy in Death of the Inhumans. After I was a proponent to the whole Inhumans thing, but not to the level in the comics. I meant in the MCU because they weren't using mutants at the time. We didn't know they were going to get Fox at some point.
Right.
But the dragging of the X-Men and also Inhumans versus X-Men for me made me go, if I was in the Marvel universe, I would join the Friends of Humanity, make my own version and call it Enemies of the Inhumans. The mutants are cool. But the Inhumans, though, that's what I would be like in the Marvel universe. I'd be like, are you a mutant or an Inhuman? I'd call you Inhumies. This was your fault, by the way. You let me on here.
You're fine. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna have you watched My Hero Vigilantes? No, I have not.
Nope, sorry.
I've not watched it yet. I know about it. I hope we see Darkseid in Gunn's DCU at some point. He's most likely
gonna show up.
He's gonna show up.
It's just a matter of who's gonna play.
Yeah, who's gonna play him?
I'm gonna you take over. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water because
sure.
All this yelling.
Hey guys, have you heard of IDW doing a DC? Yeah. We were talking about the Godzilla with the Odyssey. That looks fun. that actually looks fun. I'm interested in seeing where that goes. Um, my most anticipated movie is, of course, the Aang Legend of Aang. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm back. What was the question?
The Odyssey, Godzilla Odyssey stuff. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
we talked about.
Um,
I have a
yeah, I just saw the thing. It looks really cool. I'm hoping we get Godzilla at War of the Worlds.
yeah. Uh, I can't pronounce your name. I keep saying, ask you what your name is, bro. I think you did, but
What's the name?
it's right here. It's in
Oh, that is a lot of Russian.
yeah, it's in Slavic, so I don't want to butcher it. Out of respect to you, sir, I don't want to butcher your name. But you asked, I have a question for Multi. Did you hate the twist in the Clone Saga of Peter being the clone and Ben? I can bring that. Yeah, I hated that bullshit. Real quick. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. It's
Yeah, it
yeah.
sucked.
Yeah. I hated that. I hated that. That was dumb.
And then they retconned it anyway.
Yeah. Uh and even somebody said Warhawk said yes. It's crazy. Dom Mysterio a face triple A. Yeah, well, you got to remember. Look, in Triple A down in Mexico, yeah, he's a face um, while Americano is a face down there. Which, well, the other one. So yeah, it's not that crazy. It's just different. I love the episode of Brave and the Bold. One of my favorite episodes is the Trinity episode. Yeah, that's fun too. You guys see you guys. Thank you for answering my question. You're welcome, Marion. Have a good night. Warhawk says if you catch up on Katz, mod lore, you should both read the Crown Atomic after a paradox. I'll put it on the list. Benawatu says, I agree. I hate Invincible. There you go. See, look, somebody already said they don't like Invincible. Ben, I think Ben, you've actually told me that before. You're not a Invincible fan. Um, here's the shows that well, not the show, the works of Robert Kirkman that I do like. I love Astonishing Wolfman. I like that. I like his Astonishing Wolfman. Um, there's something else that I'm not a big like. Look, I was never I never read Walking Dead, and I just went into the show, and that's fine. But Kirkman is 50-50 with me as well. As a writer, he's always been 50-50 with me. There's certain things I like about him, and there's certain things I don't. I think he cost Stephen Young his job when he went on and said, I don't care. When he kind of spoiled that, the century was coming, and he said, oh, that's the century. The character my friend Stephen Yeun is playing. Well, I don't work for Marvel. I don't care. I can spoil it. It's like, fuck you do that for? It's like, uh, are you excited for see? We just answered that question, Tevin. I don't really care for Invincible for similar reasons. There you go. So you got another one. Perry, funny thing about Brave and the Bold cartoon, it is they had a villain named Babyface called Babyface. Well, yeah, I mean, in the original Batman the animated series, I mean, Baby Doll was introduced in that, which is probably one of my favorite episodes. A sad episode, but it's actually one of my favorites. You know, she she was basically playing up. I'm going back to Baby Doll because Baby Doll played up the same kind of illness that a couple of child actors have, like where they're grown but they look like children. They didn't grow. Like Emmanuel Lewis, who played Webster, and even Gary Coleman. The late Gary Coleman. Like he he still looked like he didn't age really. The anime Trinity, Astro Boy, Goku, and Sailor Moon. I could take that. Yeah, it's pretty much
Do what?
the anime Trinity: Astro Boy, Goku, and Sailor Moon.
Okay.
That's a good one. Speaking of Jessica Cruz, I recently read Justice League Odyssey. It was something I guess. Yeah, I didn't finish reading that. Right now, I'm reading Justice League Red, which has Red Tornado, Power Girl, a couple of other characters on there. Elmer. Oh Jesus Christ, Elmer Fudd and Ash from who is the easier to trick in disguise. You know what? They both are dumb. Ash is dumb for always. I don't know how he can't tell the difference between dressing when Team Rocket dresses up is the stupidest thing. He's a dummy.
You might say it's a running gag.
Yep, he's a dummy. That's why I don't like the character. How would you guys end the main Marvel universe and reboot it? I don't want to reboot it. I don't. I don't want to even think about that right now. You both had good choices of soda. Dr. Brown's and Tropical Seven are awesome. Yeah, I had a whole canister. This I like.
That was my first time trying Dr. Brown.
Yeah, that was his first time trying it. I drink Dr. Brown. I like it. Uh, I love watching Stephanie Vicaire, Devil's Kiss. Who, you know what? Look, everybody does, but I love that she even brought that up. Like I'm more than just a Devil's Kiss. So don't be perv boy. Okay. Yes, it's nice to look at, but just she's a good wrestler. Yes, she's very attractive. I'm not gonna lie. She's Chilean. I'm just saying. But she's a good wrestler. I do like her. I hope she does beat Liv. I really don't want to see Liv with the belt. And I don't even think Liv is gonna win because I think Finn is gonna screw her. I, and you notice the way I mean it, not the that way. Uh Favorite Plastic Man moments with Plastic Man. That's hard to say because anytime plastic is in something I like. So Plastic Man.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
misheard you.
Yeah.
I'm distracted. I thought you said anything I'm inside plastic.
Yeah.
I'm like, what fetish are you telling
Yeah,
them?
okay, yeah.
I know the internet's all about confessing stuff, but good God, man.
Question for Multi. How would you introduce Plastic Man in Guns DCU?
I think I would have it that this is like an origin story. I would have Eel O'Brien first, maybe not in Peacemaker, but like some show, and then it spins out to Plastic Man.
Okay. Uh and you know who I would want to play Plastic Man? And I would like to get y'all opinion on it too. Jack Quaid. That's my choice for Plastic Man. Uh okay, so that's thank you, Quentin. That's really cool. I figured Jack Garner is the son of Guy in Ice. I figured that. Cool. Really strongest Voldemort. The real strongest Voldemort Thog. Yeah, yeah, he is. He's the king. Aside from Walking Dead by Telltale Games, the franchise doesn't have a good track record when it comes to video games, especially with the Walking Dead Destiny. You know, I have not even finished the Telltale Walking Dead games, and I actually like those. Those were fun. So I gotta finish it. Speaking of which, I've been watching Sailor Moon. All right. And how you been liking that, Caroline? I'm a Makoto girl guy. Sorry. Um Sailor Sailor Jupiter. That's Makoto. I love her. That's my girl. Uh I like her so much. So anytime anybody I go to a convention and they dress up as Sailor Jupiter, I always like I get a picture.
I got us in trouble once.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on the new Green Lantern series? It's focusing on Kyle. I'm fine. I'm like finally. Yeah, yeah, Kyle is gonna be taking over the Green Lantern series. Good. We'll see how long that lasts. And I doubt I'm kind of scared it might not last very long. Also, you heard of Yunko? It's from the same creators of Astro Boy. No, I'll check it out. I'll add
I
it to
feel like
them.
I've heard it.
I have not. So, Astro Boy is long overdue for a comeback. He's practically the Mickey Mouse of Japan. Astro Boy is a legend, and I wouldn't mind seeing something new with Astro Boy. That's is more Japan based than them trying to adapt him. I didn't mind them that CGI like that movie where Nicolas Cage was in it and stuff, but I want to see Astro Boy in his own turf. You think Battle Beast wants to fight Old Man Kratos? He Battle Beast fight anybody as long as
Yeah.
he gives him a good
He's
fight.
the embodiment of I'll kick your ass. I'll kick your ass. Do you I'll kick my own ass.
Money Mac 110. Hey there, what's good? Perry King, how happy were you to finally see Galactus properly on the big screen? That was great, and the voice perfect. That made me happy. Um, what did you guys think of the ending of? I have not watched the ending of My Hero, so don't spoil it for me. You can call me Buck. That's okay. Okay, Buck. Uh,
No, no. I stifled a joke
yeah,
for the My Hero thing
yeah.
because I was going to basically be like make a like a fake ending joke where I was like, well, it was weird that it all ended in an orgy.
Okay, so but okay, Buck. All right, so I'll use that Buck. Okay, Buck. Thank you, because I don't want to butcher your name. That's why, because it's in Slavic, so I can't read Slavic. So, your favorite Avengers story? Mine is Under Siege by Roger Stern. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Um, I will always like the introduction of the Masters of Evil. That storyline was good. Um, Anything tied to Avengers that was tied to the after Fatal Attraction, there was a story that was a Avenger story tied to that. It was Blood Ties. Yeah, that was it. That was good. I like Avengers Disassembled. I like that for the most part. That was good too.
I would say for me, Ultron Unlimited. That's a
Yes,
good one.
that's a good one.
Um, Probably also say a lot of the Kirk Busiek run.
Yeah, Kurt Busiek, his run was good. Me and my brother have this argument that who would win, Dante or Kratos, and I say Dante because he he says Kratos, damn it, and he says Kratos, and I say Dante obviously because Dante has more weapons. Um, mm, I doubt they would fight long. First of all, Dante, I can't even see them really battling each other because the time differences. Like, why would they battle? I'm just saying. Dante would probably like, dude, you wanna go get a milkshake? I treat you a milkshake and a slice of pizza. Sailor Mercury is my girl. That's a good one too. And Jack is okay. All for one, just pure evil. Okay. Favorite master robot, robot master battles in any Mega Man game. Oh, what is okay? Well, I'll use one. Um, I'm gonna go with Mega Man 8. I'll use Mega Man 8. Where he fights the only robot master that I think is Sword Man. And he comes down and he literally tells you, he's like, nothing personal, but I've got orders. And even when you beat him, he's like, nice shot. And I'm like, that was cool. Like he makes it. He's like, look, I got nothing against you, but I got orders. So he just following orders. And even after you beat him, nice shot. So yeah, I like that. That's one. That's a favorite. And I like Clown Man. Like all the boss battles in Mega Man 8 are fun to me. Even Frost. Yeah, Frostman is probably the funniest because he sounds like a drunken Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold was drunk. He's like, I'm Frostman. I'm gonna break you. It's the funniest shit. It's crazy. So yeah. Villains you want to see in season 2 of Batman Cape Crusader. I did a video on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did videos on this
Yeah,
both.
separately. You want to just run through some few just to
Yeah, we'll run through a few because we're gonna get ready to wrap this up, guys. Just to let you guys know.
um the ventriloquist?
Yeah, that's one.
I would like to see um I would like to see a version of the Film Freak.
Did they do Scarecrow?
They did not.
Scarecrow's definitely one of mine.
I would also like to see man, there are a few like I think they're probably going to do Court of Owls.
Probably. Poison Ivy.
Yeah, Poison Ivy. Would like to see what this version of oh god,
Man Bat.
Man Bat would be cool. Man Bat would be cool. I would also I would love to see what they do with Croc.
Yeah, Croc would be a good.
Because I don't want. Here's my thing: if they do Croc, I don't want Savage Monster Croc. I want Gangster Croc. Well, we haven't had that in forever.
You talking about like one that he had a real just skin condition.
Yeah, but like remember when he first showed up, he was trying to be like the big boss of Gotham.
Right.
So let's do that again.
I didn't like how they did Two-Face. So
Black Mask
would be good. Hush, maybe a Hush.
Great White.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, those are a few. Yeah, that's right. That 2099 Astro Boy movie was done by the same company that the Turtles movie.
Man, they had so many cool ideas, but they just did not take off. Like, do you remember all the promos they were doing? Like Gotcha Man,
Zelda, yeah.
And I'm like, man, you really counted your chickens before they hatched.
Yes. Caroline says, "Are you guys hoping Spider-Man interacts with the Fantastic Four in the MCU?" Yes, I want to see that very much. Are either you fans of Ace Combat? Yes, I am. I love their music. I love Ace Combat music. Namco did a great job with them scores. I can listen to those scores all day. I love Ace Combat. I've been like a fan of flight simulator games since back in the arcades when I used to get into playing Afterburner 2. Like getting the arcade and the thing moves around with you. Yeah, see, I'm dating myself. Arcades, yeah, I miss.
He's old.
Let's see. I wouldn't mind reading Scarecrow and Matt Reeves' Batman series. I want to see Scarecrow. I want to see him. Scarecrow is one of my favorite Batman villains. He is up there. So I didn't mind him too much in Begins. I just wanted him more in the real look, like, and not just with a rag head towel on. I didn't like that. Thoughts on Hunt for Gollum movie next year?
Oh, the Hunt for Gollum for Lord of the Rings. I don't know. Can we just leave the Lord of the Rings as is? I mean, I'm not trying to sound like, oh, it went woke or whatever. I'm saying it like, I don't feel like we need more. And also like Gollum. Did we not learn from the video game that no one wants Gollum? Like, I'm serious. Like, we all collectively looked at the Gollum game and went, no. So why the fuck are we doing a Gollum movie? Gollum, oh yeah, let's make the gangly little twink hiding in the cave the main character. Let's make Lexington from Gargoyle's Ballsack the main focus. You read it yet?
King Travis says, "Have you played Marvel's Cosmic Invasion?" I have it, and I will be streaming it soon, guys, for you guys. So yes, I do have it. I like beat 'em up games. So, Angel asks if they ever fought, who'd win, Kevin or Dennis the Menace? Oh, Kevin. Kevin would win. Dennis is not he's a menace because his stuff is not done maliciously. Like he just sometimes don't. Oh, how did that happen? But
Kevin's
Kevin
like,
is like, yeah, he's. Do you ever read any of like the fanfic and stuff? Like Kevin is actually grew up to be like Jigsaw and stuff. I'm like, Jesus.
also, guys, some of those fan movie theories, like what is it? Carl Winslow is really there's the Carl Winslow verse.
Yeah.
Guys, no.
Who's the most evil and worst Dimitri? Who's the worst? Dimitri from GTA 4 or Frank Tenpen from San Andreas? I'm gonna go with Ted Penny from San Andreas.
Yeah.
It's nothing worse than a crooked cop. There you go. People think that Buffy the Vampire Slayer can beat Alucard from Hell's. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, okay, I can see why.
Yeah.
I will defend this. Okay, let me go into some theory as to why you could make that argument. I don't believe it, but I could see the argument for it. One, Buffy's killed a lot of things more dangerous than vampires, right?
That's true.
She's slain demons. She slew archdemons. She killed an angel.
Yeah, he did do that.
And the other thing is too, Alucard has stated only a human can kill me. That's why he was so obsessed with fighting Alexander, because Alexander was human. He was superhuman, but then he ruined it when he stabbed himself with that nail, made himself into a monster. So yeah, Alucard stated only humans can kill monsters. So I can see the logic of Buffy killing Alucard.
She has axed. Okay. Okay. Quentin asks, what is your? We just talked about this. What's your favorite suit for Scott Summers? 90s look.
90s, yeah.
90s look is one of them, and I like his astonishing X-Men look.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the new Absolute Scarecrow look? I haven't seen it yet.
I've seen it.
What's it look like?
He's got buttons in his eyes.
Uh-huh.
He's got string in his mouth. He's also wearing a suit. He looks more like a character out of Coraline.
Oh, jeez.
I know he has an alternate costume, but
Okay.
I'm like, that was it?
What y'all did with Ultimate Poison Ivy, I was like, I'm thinking they're going to go all ham on that. Oh, yeah. Remember fighting the Arkbird in 5 and music was, yeah, the Ark. I do remember that one. Yeah, thank you, Warwick, for bringing that up. I do like the Ace Combat. What was the last Ace Combat I played? I think it was 6. I think I played. I don't think I played 7. You guys gonna see the new Street Fighter movie this year? I'm most likely gonna see it. I'm most likely gonna see the Mortal Kombat because that last trailer for the Mortal Kombat actually got me more interested in seeing it because they're telling it, which they should have done in the first movie, is they're telling it from a perspective of Johnny Cage, and I actually like that. They didn't need to do that stupid nonsense with Cole and all that bullshit. They should have just did it from the start. You can clearly see everything that was wrong with that first movie, they made right in the second one. So, yeah. But I'm gonna check. I mean, I'm most likely going. To me, the best casting in the Street Fighter movie to me is Andrew Koji as Ryu. Perfect. The actress who's playing Chun-Li, perfect. But there are just some questionable casting that I'm just like, what? Like, what the fuck? What? Like, to me, I just can't see Cody Rhodes as Guile. I'm looking at him like, he just doesn't look.
Roman Reigns is Akuma.
That's another one. I'm like, no.
Jason Momoa is Blanca.
That looks weird, just the way it's looked. Blanca has never had.
And David Desmelchian, you're a great actor.
Yeah.
Why are you Bison?
Why are you Bison? And Andrew Schultz is Dan. I'm like, fuck. Like and 50 as I'm like, and then it's already good. Where's Sagat? There's no Sagat. Like what the fuck? Like it's going. Speaking of GTA, which characters from outside the franchise do you see being a good protagonist role in a GTA setting? Uh, uh, in GTA 4, I think it's 4. Um, there's a lot of characters in there that I thought were cool. There was a character that if you go, because you go visit him a lot. He lived in the projects. I forget his name, but he was the one that you actually talk to him a lot, and he's always like, "Yo, thanks, Nico." Like you always, I like him. He was cool. I can't remember. I haven't played 4 in so long, but yeah, he was cool. You guys excited for the Wolverine game? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I can see the Williams sisters from Tekken being GTA protagonists. Uh,
What?
oh, the Williams sisters, Anna
Nina.
and Nina.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
sure. Okay. I
yeah.
would have said Splinter Cell, but
Splinter Cell. Yeah. Uh, favorite Rob Reiner movie. Uh, uh, I'll definitely put. Oh my God, why am I forgetting the movie? I'll definitely no. Harry and Met Sally is definitely a Rob Reiner. Well, we were in Cats, so that's where I seen that famous scene take place.
I would say Misery.
Misery. I was gonna say that one too. Who has the craziest family? Scott Summers or Jin? Jin.
Shit.
Jin for sure. Thunder God Raiden versus M Bison. First of all, Raiden is not Raiden. Now they need to really put an emphasis on what gods are in the Mortal Kombat, because I've seen Raiden get his ass beat, and I'm like, what the? He's a god. Like I seen him just get beat up by Baraka's race, and I'm like, the fuck is this? Like he's not a like. And then in the last game, like you got him and Fujin, and then they say Fujin is a demigod and Raiden is a god. How? Shouldn't they both? They said they're brothers, so I'm like, shouldn't they both be gods? Why is Fujin a demigod and Raiden's a god? That makes sense. That was stupid. Uh, get your last questions, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. Hope the remake Simpsons. I hope they remake Simpsons Hit and Run.
I'd like that.
Buck axes. I know Trial of Peter Parker is a mess, but the idea of Carnage being a prosecutor of Spider-Man is so funny to me. Like every time someone says something, Carnage is like objection, objection. I get it. I get it. Angel, who are some characters that aren't confirmed as of now that you would like to see show up in Avengers Doomsday? Monica Rambeau,
Yeah.
definitely. Monica Rambeau, Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, definitely. Those are definitely people. Um, I hope you guys have a good rest of your night and evening. Live long and prosper. Thank you. And last question goes to Quentin. Are you excited the new era of the MC movies with Fantastic Four and X-Men? I'm looking forward to, and hopefully things work out for the best.
Yeah.
And what would happen if you put Bruce Wayne? Bye guys. Bye Buck. What you put Bruce Wayne and Tony in the room together? Oh boy, dick measuring contest. There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. Are we?
Are we gonna wrap that up, guys? Well, guys, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it as always. This was fun. This was kind of a ceremonial goodbye because this is Multi's last night here in New York. He will be leaving tomorrow. So as always, it was fun. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys take care. I will see you guys next month for another open mic. And deuces, guys.
Peace.
And we are gone.